Hey everybody, Steve, just a little red up on the mountain today. Well, thought I'd do a little embarrassing video or educational video, whatever you want to call it. I got a 2019 Ram 3500, got a diesel in it, 6.7 Cummins in it. And it got fuel filters and everything else. You got to have maintenance done to it. And the stinky thing about a diesel is you got to do maintenance constantly, and you got the fuel prices and all that stuff. Well, I changed the fuel filters today. Now, before y'all ride me real hard and give me a hard time, I changed the filters about 17,000 miles. The fuel filters. I change oil every 5,000 miles no matter what. And that's pretty much what I stick with. 5,000 miles is a good number. Pretty easy number to keep up with. But when it comes to fuel filters, well, they're expensive. So I don't go to an auto parts store. I've heard some tales and whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, whatever. But I always go back to the old Dodge place and I pay out the hind end for them. So I go back and get my Mopar filters from the Dodge place. Costs a chunk of money, ain't gonna lie to you. Especially when you got a 19 and it's got two filters on it. Got the rear frame rail filter and got the one up on the motor. My old one only had one on the motor and it wasn't that big a deal. I could pop it out and be done with it. Well, this is a comparison. This ain't got nothing to do really as much. That right there, that's 1 1/8 inches. Now I think it takes like a 28 millimeter. Well, I'm old school and I ain't got a whole lot of millimeter metric kind of stuff. But I got a bunch of old style stuff. So that's 1 1/8 inches and it fits. But I think 28 millimeters is what it's supposed to be. That's close enough to do my job right there. You get under the back, it'll fit the nut. You get under the front, it'll fit the nut. And it's tight, it don't slip, nothing like that. But if you want to do it, you probably want to go get you a 28 millimeter. I think that's what it takes. When you're doing the backing, get your piece of hose, unless you want to make a mess. Now that's like 5/16, 3/8, I don't know what it is. It's probably 5/16 probably, because I had to hold that one on just a little bit because it wanted to come loose. It's probably about 5/16 or slip over on that back filter, one on the frame. You got a little valve you can flip over on it and you can let it drain out. Well, it don't all drain out. Believe me, you can try all you want. You can let it sit there, you can lay on your back on the truck for 30 minutes. It don't drain out. But that does take a big chunk of it off. Get you a jug, got the corner off of it. Probably should have left this little ring right here and stick my hose in it. And that's what I lost when I changed my filters right there. I had a little bit on the drive shaft and whatever on this. Is just on the frame rear filter underneath of it. Ain't a whole lot. Now we'll build us a fire, we'll burn something after a while. It's actually pretty clean looking if you look at it. It ain't bad. I might pour it in the tractor. Give me an extra lap or two around the yard when I mow the yard. Well, so you figure 28 millimeter, 1 1/8 inches if you're no man. If you're a slacker. I'm a slacker, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a piece of hose. That'll keep from just making a mess all over the place. First time I done it, I made a mess. Learned on that one. That's what I'm here for. Educational. Now, these right here are the Mopar filters. It's got the numbers on them. It's a whole golly-wobbly numbers. That right there, I don't know if you can read it or not. That is the rear filter. That right there is the front filter. Now what this video does, now I changed them at 17,000 miles. That's when I bought the truck, had about 11 on it, and I thought, well, I'll run it, and I thought, well, I'm better than change the fuel filter. You never know what I'm going to run into. So I changed the fuel filter to 17,000 miles. Well, I'm at 39,000 miles. That's a lot of miles on the diesel. And nowadays, diesel is a whole lot cleaner than it was back in the older days. So, it ain't as bad as it used to be, especially if you pick you a good spot. I picked me a good spot to get my diesel. Good station over here, good gas station over here. Got a lot of dump trucks in and out, and the fuel rotates pretty quick. Keeps it clean. Don't buy a crap diesel. You buy a crap diesel? I don't know. You don't run no peanut oil and all that. I mean, you can if you want to, but I ain't doing that. So, now, this right here is the rear filter. After 20, what is that, 17 from 39, about 22,000 miles. It's a pretty nasty looking filter. Now, I'm a slacker, I ain't gonna admit. Probably shouldn't run 20,000 miles. But if you'll look, that's the rear filter. Oh, it's doing a lot. It's filtering a lot out. Looks pretty nasty looking, don't it? Ain't gonna lie to you, but that's the frame rail filter back there under the back. Pretty nasty looking. This right here is the engine filter, one up there on the side of the motor. Look at that. Ain't bad at all, is it? That real filter's doing a lot of work. Don't know why they put two on it. My 06 didn't have but one. I changed it pretty regular because it's pretty easy to get to, wasn't no big deal. But that right there is your front filter compared to your rear filter. I'll give you an idea. Now, I'm to the point now, like I said, I got 39,000 miles on it. That's 22,000 miles on that one. That's 22,000 miles on that one. Might, here in about 10,000, change this one, leave this one alone. Because that's the front filter, and it still looks, I'll be honest with you, it didn't look a whole lot different from the new one. It really didn't. But the rear one, yeah, I noticed there was a little bit of, I could tell a little something was funky about it. Wasn't no lights on, nothing like that, but I could tell a little something. When I'd put the cat tractors and campers and all that behind it, I could tell it. But that right there is your rear filter and your front filter. I think I'm gonna start alternating that rear filter before I change that front filter. Maybe run me about, 8,000-10,000 miles, change that rear, run it 20, change them both. Might be the way to go. Tidbit of information. I'm Steve, and I changed my fuel filters today. A little bit of education. See what it does. See what you think about this. If this helps you out, hit just a little red. We're going to start doing some more stuff. We're going to get on a Ford tractor here in a little while, and we're going to try to figure out how to make it work out. Y'all keep on coming back. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. I'll do something cool yet. All right? I see you.